Well, Mikey Tongko Burry is possibly the most famous flight attendant in the world. He went viral when he created a dance routine for the safety demonstration we see on planes. Now, it features as a back screen video on Virgin America flights. Now, when it became acceptable to use mobile phones when planes are taxiing, passengers began filming him, and he quickly became a social media sensation. But all of this is about to end. Virgin has been merged with Alaska Airlines, and the video is now being retired. So tragically is Mikey's dance. Well, before we speak to him, let's check out some of his moves from his final dance.
Yo, 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 now that you're bobbing your head to the rap scene, now that your eyes all glued to the flat screen. And we've got a plan of attack, we've got a plan of attack. We leaving you hanging, pull your mask down. First, don't worry, oxygen go. Blowing no exits on this airplane. No exits, two in the front and two in the back.
Under your seat, there's a life vest. First class gets below your center armrest.
We are likely to crash. We need to get you outside. Your exit is equipped with an inflatable slide. Now enjoy your flight, and as always, thank you for flying Virgin America. So
Well, we can speak to Mikey now. And Mikey, I'm watching you as we're playing that, and you look like you're getting quite emotional.
Yeah, a little bit. Just something that was a part of us for so long, and I can't believe that yesterday was the last day. And I'm just so honored to be here with you, Chloe, and hi to everybody in England out there.
Well, listen, it's amazing. Take us back 4 years. What on earth prompted you to do this in the first place?
Well, our Virgin America marketing team had actually emailed all of the flight attendants telling us that if we ever want to perform it on board, dance to it, because it's very catchy. It's hard not to dance to it, to do so freely. And I remember I was in the gym actually when the video was released. I was in the treadmill, and I was kind of seeing what it would be like to be in the airplane aisles while I was in the treadmill. So I started choreographing things in my head, and I used my background as a figure skater to be able to keep my balance on the plane if we're ever taxiing out, and if the pilots ever have to make a quick turn or a sharp stop, then I can adjust accordingly.
Well, there are a lot of challenges, as you say. It's a restricted area. The plane is moving around. So you've choreographed your routine effectively on your treadmill at the gym. But the first time you performed it, presumably you were quite nervous.
Oh, yes, definitely. Just even when I competed as a figure skater, I still get nervous. So it's one of those performer's anxiety, but that always means that you care more whenever you're nervous.
It's absolutely true. You should always be nervous.
Yeah.
So how was it received? I mean, the first few times before it went viral, before you became a star, were people a bit confused, or how did it go down?
The coolest thing is the video's playing in the background on the plane. So people are really getting into it. And I just remember the first time I did it, a lot of cameras were already out and filming because everybody had their phone. And I just thought that it was the most amazing thing that somebody is actually wanting to film somebody's safety demo on the plane. Usually people are zoned out, they don't pay attention. So it definitely changed how people perceive safety demos.
And it looks quite exhausting. I was watching it yesterday. You have beads of sweat coming down because it's quite a long video, isn't it?
Yes. A lot of the uploads have been either in Dallas or Fort Lauderdale in the summertime, and it gets really, really hot. So it's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and the humidity also. So it just depends on where it was and what season it was as well.
Now, presumably as well, I mean, you talk about your figure skating background, but presumably you have to do some level of warm-up before this, or otherwise you're going to injure yourself, because there's high kicks and all sorts of things going on. Yes,
definitely. I usually, I've got my foot up in one of the overhead bins stretching just before the next flight, or I'll be in the flight deck if I during boarding, and yeah, I'll just make sure that everything is warmed up and all the muscles are warmed up.
So, look, the line is getting a bit scratchy, and I want to see some of your best moves. Are you warmed up now? Are you able to give us a couple of high kicks or something?
Yes, at 1:45 in the morning I am. So I definitely make sure that I I get into the split position
Wow.
here. That's the splits right there.
Very
And
good.
then just make sure that I get the leg up for the high kicks.
That's amazing. Now, listen, you must be really sad that you're not going to do it anymore. So does this mean
Yeah.
that you just have to do the normal, dare I say it, boring standard demonstration?
Yes, it's more in line with what our airline has, because the Alaska planes don't have the TV screens on the back, so now everybody just speaks into the microphone, and the rest of my crew does the live demo.
So this is because of the merger between the two airlines, and so this video
Yeah.
is effectively being scrapped. It's not that they don't like your dancing; it's that it's
Yeah.
just changing. So what was it
Yeah.
like? What was the reception when you did that last dance that we saw
Oh, my
there a few
goodness.
minutes ago? What was that like for you?
Just as emotional as when you were watching me, because a lot of people, we had a lot of Virgin America fans, and they were really, really sad to know that that was the last time they were ever going to hear the song. It always changed the mood in our planes. Whenever you're singing and dancing, it's hard to be in a bad mood, and traveling is already stressful enough. So any little way that we can alleviate that stress is definitely something that the passengers love.
Well, Mikey,
it was definitely.
it has been so lovely speaking to you, and I'm so grateful to
thank
you
you
for
so
staying
much,
up for 1:45 in the morning. Thank you so much, and best of luck
It
for the
was a-
future.
Thank you.
That is Mikey Tongko, the flight attendant who became famous by doing that dance up and down the aisles during the safety demo.